Alrighty, hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is our MVP voting for the 1978 World Series. Kind of did a little scratch pad here and added up the totals for what we have. These are our 5 candidates. It's going to be Mr. Tommy John, who, looking back, did actually win 2 out of the 3 games he pitched and came within 1 out away of getting the victory. If he would have he pitched 4 2/3. Actually, no, he didn't. He pitched an inning and 2/3 shorter. But anyway, he did pitch a shutout in the first game, game 1, getting the victory, complete game shutout. I think allowing only 4 hits. And in the hold on here, let me check here really quick. I got his games here. Yeah, so he did. Just to show you real quick here. This is like Strat-o-matic style here. I mean, Strat-o-matic Delaware style. But Tommy John's, those are his 3 games right there. Getting the victory in games 1 and 4. Again, the first game pitching a shutout, allowing 2 hits, 4 hits in 9 innings. Not quite as good as sharp outing, but enough to get the victory in game 4. Which were both key games. The first game, of course, is always key. And game 4, which tied the series at 2. So that was an important game, pivotal game there. So anyway, so Tommy John, those are his stats. 21 innings pitched, 17 hits, 5 runs. All of them earned. 6 walks and 15 strikeouts. And Miss Maggs is behind me right here, telling me to make sure I do her vote for the MVP. And these were the total stats for the other 4 candidates here. Lopes, Davey Lopes, Bill Russell, Reggie Smith, and Ron Say. Originally I thought Reggie Smith had hit a little bit better than he did. His average was a little bit low, but he did have a lot of power. So for Davey Lopes, he hit .259, knocked in 4 runs, 7 hits, 3 RBIs. I think he had 27 at-bats. And 2 home runs. Bill Russell hit .290. Davey Lopes, just to summarize, give his case there. Davey Lopes had 2 home runs. One of them was in game, I forgot what game that was. Game 5, I think it was. Yeah, game 5, which was the only run the Dodgers had, which forced them to go into extra innings. Unfortunately, they would lose that game 2-1. But he did, and then in the very next game, in the first inning, he got the Dodgers off to a fast start in game 6, which was the game that they won to tie the series at 3 games apiece. He hit a home run to lead off the game, so that was key there. Bill Russell, .290 with 3 runs, 9 hits, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles. The 2 doubles came in 1 game there. That's the game the Dodgers won quite handily. I think to tie the series at 2. And Bill Russell, I think it was in that game 6. I think it was. I want to say game 6. But anyway, yeah, I think it was the game that the Dodgers won 6-5. He had 3. I don't know if it was that game. But anyway, he had 3 RBIs in 1 game, and I know one of them was the deciding run in that game. Yeah, I don't think it was that one. But anyway, he had 3 RBIs in a game on a pair of singles, a 2-run single, and then a game-winning single. Reggie Smith only hit .222, but he had 5 runs, 6 hits, and made the most of them, and 5 RBIs, a double, and 3 home runs. I know he hit a home run in game 1. Actually, let me check here. Actually, let me just show you here quickly. I can show you the Lopes. Those were his games right there. I think the last 2, the order is wrong. I think it's game 6 and 7 are reversed there. But those are his games there. Bill Russell, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it was the game he hit 2 doubles in game 4, and then in game. Maybe that was game 6. Yeah, game 6 is where he had the 3 RBIs there. So Reggie Smith, a home run in game 1, and a home run in game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Game which they lost, I believe. And then, actually game 6, I'm sorry. Game 6 and 7 he had home runs in. So those were pivotal games. Both games the Dodgers won. He did get the first home run off Guidry and the first run off Guidry in the game 7, and he was able to get the Dodgers out to a fast start in game 6 by hitting the second home run of the inning, first by Lopes there. Yeah, there it was for Lopes. So that was key too. So those are his cases for Reggie Smith, and then finally Ron Cey. 320, 4 runs, 8 hits, 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 homers. And his cases are he had a hit in every game except for the fourth game 3, a game which they lost. Game 2 they lost also, but he did hit a home run in that one. Game 5, he had a couple of hits. Game 6, though, that was a big one. He had that big 3-run homer. Game 7. Game 6, he has only one for 5. You can see there. Game 7, he hit that 3-run home run off Guidry, which was key to give the Dodgers a 6-run. 6 runs there. They would go on to win that one, I think, 6-5. So that was key. So you can make a case for just about every one of them. But I think Tommy John, in my opinion, probably deserves some heavy consideration there. And you kind of almost can cancel out some of these other guys here together. Bill Russell you can probably eliminate just because, well, I don't know. You can't really eliminate any one of these guys, I guess. They all had me. So let's see how the Higher Ground Gaming panel voted here. So each quote-unquote person had a vote here. So let's check and see who Mr. Brody went with first. So Mr. Brody's up first. Mr. Brody, proving he's a Red Sox fan, not a Yankees fan, went with Reggie Smith. So Mr. Brody goes with Reggie Smith. Let's check and see what Miss Maggs went with. Miss Maggs likes the finesse of Tommy John there, so he went with Tommy John. Saying pitching wins championships. That's what she thought. So that's Miss Maggs' pick, Tommy John. Purple Monkey went with Davy Lopes because Davy Lopes is a New England guy from, I believe, East Providence, Rhode Island. So he went with Davy Lopes, saying that his home runs were key, especially that second one in Game 6 there. Reggie Smith, Mr. Brody likes to say also that his home runs were big too. He had 3 of them, sparking them. All right, and then we have Blue Duck, who went with Bill Russell, just because he thinks that game, the pivotal game in which he had 3 RBIs in, was key. So Blue Duck. And of course, Blue Penguin has to go with Mr. Ron Cey, being the Penguin. But anyway, Ron Cey's big home run there in game 6 off Guidry was key to the series, was pivotal there, he says. So let's see. So I go with, I had a tough decision here. It was either going to be, I think, Ron Cey. After looking at the stats, I was going to go with Ron Cey because I agree with Blue Penguin there about his clutch 3-run homer off of Ron Guidry, which ended up being the difference there. But in the end, I had to go with pitching and Tommy John. So that was a close nail biter there. So Miss Maggs and Tommy and myself with Tommy John is the difference there. Again, each one of these candidates could have a case, but we're going to go with that. So the MVP, Miss Maggs is going to get in here too. Miss Maggs. Come on, Miss Maggs. Want to come in and say hi? So Miss Maggs is being shy. So Miss Maggs, want to say hi? There she is. So Miss Maggs picks I pick the MVP of the game. So thank you for watching. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming and my co-hosts saying God bless, and we'll see you in the next series. Bye-bye now.